Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey y'all, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, and we here. Okay, we are 2 weeks late, but we're gonna give y'all both reviews, two different videos because who wants to sit through two videos in one? I mean, because we be talking, and this will probably mess around to be 2 hours, and anybody got time for that? Y'all gonna click on this video and then click off. Y'all probably already gone. Who knows? I don't know. But welcome to Faith Over Everything. We are doing our We View Wednesday. It may be Thursday when this come out, but y'all know what it is, okay? Welcome to We View Wednesday. I am one half of your host. My name is Angela Suggs.
I am Jasmine Suggs.
And welcome. We are currently reviewing reality TV show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. If this is your first time here, we do a scene-by-scene breakdown of the episode. So we're going to jump right into it. We are on season 15, episode 10, which is titled Healing by Sheree. And we start off at Drew's house. So the episode starts off, let me get my notes in the right space, you guys. Hold on. Okay. The episode starts off, and they had showed it's a little bit after Thanksgiving because they showed all little clips of everybody in their little Thanksgiving with their families and little things that they were doing. All cool, fine and dandy. The women are getting ready for their trip to Portugal that Sheree has invited them to, and Ralph, who is Drew's husband, has decided to throw a brunch, like a little going away brunch for everybody, and he has a chef there. But the men are going to be essentially cooking the brunch. He wants the men to cater to the women. And he was like, because the men, we ain't got no problems. We get along. We know how to be friends. Y'all the ones that we have an issue. And I was like, that is true. That is true, Ralph. You have deducted pretty accurately there. It is the women. They are the problem. So the couple start to show up. Was I the only person surprised that Candy and Ty showed up first? I feel like don't Candy normally be late?
Always be late. She knows being late, so I was surprised. And then she was like, "Oh, I know it was like a brunch. I thought we was just chilling at the house, and then everybody came dressed to impress." I was like, but I mean, what she had on was cute, but it just was I feel like she would have threw on some heels or something if she knew.
Yeah, I don't think they knew because Ty looked like he was like, "Wait a minute, we gotta do." I thought the food was gonna be ready. I was. I can't eat. He didn't say that, but that's just how he was looking to me. Sonya and Ross came, and then Courtney came with her baby daddy that she now with Bryce.
Girl, she just didn't want to come by herself.
I mean, clearly they together. Because remember when I was on the one trip, he was calling her.
He was like, "What time you gonna come home?" or something like that. Okay, girl.
When is you coming back? Why? Why you need to know when I'm coming back? We not together, but
she said it's complicated, so.
She did say it was complicated, but never mind. This is Candy's first time finding out that Courtney and Bryce have a child together or are together or whatever it is that they're doing.
The father of her child. I was shocked to learn that was the father of her child. He is so sweet.
She's like, he's such a nice guy. I wouldn't see them together, but okay. He put up with Courtney and all her stuff. But I'm I mean, love is love. He loved her. I mean, he did love. I don't know the situation, y'all, but that's who we with. And it is what it is. Sheree and Kenya come next. And then Monietta and Heath. Marlo brought her date, Scott Lee. He comes. When Scott Lee came, I don't know why. Once Scott Lee came, that's when it was kind of where's Martell? Why Martell ain't came? That had crossed my mind.
That didn't come to my mind.
It crossed my mind.
I had forgot. I promise you, I had forgot that it was Marlo that was missing because when they had did the shot of the pink and stuff, I was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, Marlo."
They did the shot of what?
When she was coming up to the door or whatever.
Oh.
So I was like, who's all left? I was like, okay. The extras already came.
Courtney already here. Who else?
Right. I'm like, Courtney already came. Monietta already came. Them the extras. So who's left? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Marlo. My bad, girl.
Yeah, no, I was like, I mean, I'm not surprised that Martell was not there. However, I was still just like, for y'all to have I'm not gonna say acting like y'all a couple, but for y'all to be a couple, um, I mean, he just doesn't. He hasn't come to like mingle with the men yet. But whatever, maybe there's still time for that. Who knows? Candy is familiar with Scott Lee. She like, oh, I know him. He the head chef at such and such. And she's kind of surprised that Marlo is dating him because she doesn't think that he's Marlo's type. She said something shady
Poor
uh,
behavior.
she normally want men that, she always talk about how she don't give it up. She want men that want money or she needs some money before she give it up. Real whore behavior. I was like,
I was like, at first I thought she was just gonna leave it at that. I was like, okay. Then she was like, poor behavior. I was like, dang, Candy, like, dang.
we fly above all the haters or the drama, whatever it is. Kid, you supposed to fly above, girl. You supposed to fly above. But they be pulling her down. They be pulling her down. So then Kenya asked Candy about her and Todd's movie. Well, Todd's movie. And Candy said that they are looking for cast and crew. Kenya said, I ain't get my offer yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just still waiting for y'all to bring me my papers. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. And she was like, oh, so you ain't got to do no audition or nothing. She was like, no, I don't. You just need to let me know who is my leading lady. Who's my leading lady? And she was like, oh, Drew. And she was
You
like,
auditioned, Jeru? I was like, I would feel some type of way. Like, excuse me?
why?
Cause Drew feel like she is what she said, she a star, a star born, they think that what she called herself. She said she was somebody. But if I was Drew and I had that mind frame, like, excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, you would be offended if you were Drew.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying if you were Kenya, you would be offended
No.
because Drew. That's why I was like, why, girl? She already said she didn't even want to be the lead. She just wanted to know who the lead role was. Okay, my bad, my bad. I was like, why?
But
I
you
mean,
came with
yes.
something like you like she was shocked. Like, why would you audition Drew? That's how I felt like. She was like, why would you audition Drew before me?
Oh no, I didn't take it like that. I just
I
took it
did.
like Drew. Like we didn't know. Like I didn't know. I took it as a why you ain't tell me. Why am I just finding out now? Is how I took it. But whatever. Anywho, Candy goes on to tell production or us in her little confessional that the role Drew is playing is a young, sweet, naive woman who gets turned out. I'm not saying that that's Drew, but she do a good job of pretending to be those things. I was like, oh,
I said she just
she
shot
letting them
fired on
off.
everybody. Everybody getting it
Everybody can get
today.
it. Everybody get it. Like so. I mean, Drew probably do be coming off as naive and sweet. I mean, she probably. I don't know if she's
What you mean
sweet or
coming off?
naive.
Have you not been watching the shows?
Anywho,
Let Marcus come home talking about something. He went to Tampa and he don't know who he went with. Come on now.
girl, don't play with me. Don't
Girl,
even.
listen.
Don't.
And as the episode come on, I'm like, again, this is her role. This is her life. That's why she playing this role.
She was like, "Oh, he being so nice. He being so sweet, girl. Don't,
Girl, you trying to
whatever."
hear me get you out.
He was like, "Oh, you leaving? Hercules, she leaving." Yeah, let's throw a party. She thought
Let's
it
throw
was
a
like
party so
it's
I know
not a,
this
it's
shit for real is going.
it's a going away party. Like this ain't no brunch. Anywho, the next scene we have Roy FaceTiming Kenya, and I don't know. I just feel like it's really weird that he always seemed to call Kenya when Moyetta is around. It's very much giving me we're filming right now. Hit up Kenya, like because they don't never show no. I have never seen the scene where it's just Kenya and Roy and Moyetta's not around. Like it's always like I mean, maybe I don't know. I haven't. I don't remember if she hasn't been around. I remember at the photo shoot. The one time he FaceTimed, they were together. He FaceTimed her. She grabbed the phone. Hey, or he FaceTimed her and she look who I'm with. So it's like, what's going on? Like, are they even really together? Like, Moyetta, is this your friend? And you really try to get? She got. You know what, Moyetta? You got some stock. You a silent partner. I didn't figure it out. I didn't figure it out because I'm like, what is this? I didn't figure it out, girl. I'm on to you, girl, because every time you around, all of a sudden your friend call his boo. Like, girl, she don't never talk to him when y'all not together. From what we see,
At least from what we see, yes, correct.
that's what I have deducted. Okay, my spidey senses. All right. But yeah. So anywho, he FaceTimes Kenya. So for whatever reason, she like, oh hey guys, like, because it's like, do they even know you dating this man for you to be showing the phone? Hey, oh this is my, So she showed him around the table. She didn't even show him that good. And Marlo was like, "Is that Roy, girl? What? I know him."
What kind of tunnel vision you got that you see? Because he had on shades, didn't he? Did he not have on shades?
I just know it was quick. It was just like
It was real quick, like tell me if you could even read this part. So it was like
the price. I can't
you
even
couldn't
tell you
even
the
see
name of this.
Ozarka. You
Well,
can't even. As she said,
it's not a clear, from when we doing it. Look a little blurry, but I know that's what it
exactly
is.
how it was when she turned her phone around because he was in Miami.
Her baby said, "Oh, I'm with the girls." Is that Roy? Like,
Like,
girl, how
the
you knew
the
that?
owner of the kill, girl, and y'all only went on one date.
I know him. We were on a date before. I
It
was
was
just
like,
like, I literally wrote Lawd, LAWD, like, of all people to have like known this
right.
man, went on a date with him, it had to be Marlo. Like,
It could have
she
been
said,
anybody in
Roy.
the world. It could have been a
She
guy.
oh, hey, almond. No, he can't be almond. Hey, white chocolate. I love white chocolate.
Oh, we had a good day, Roy. Don't act like you don't know me. That kill was good.
You
Both
you
kills.
know me, You know me, Roy. You know me. You remember when I was calling you Big Papa?
Oh
You
my
know it.
gosh.
You said it could have been a guy. It could have been anybody but Marlo.
But Marlo had a date with him. Yeah, she
But
was
yeah,
like,
they
I
went on
can't
one
hear.
date.
Yeah, I bet you can't hear because you heard that and it crushed your whole dream.
She did, but Kenya got up and went to the whole another room. Soon as Marlo said that, like, whatever. But so while she gone, Marlo telling the story about how Roy was in her DMs back in 2018, and that's how they ended up getting familiar and exchanging numbers and going on their one date. But I mean, it probably was just one date, and then maybe they just stayed in contact, like probably just follow each other on Instagram. So, I mean, I'm not saying that she shouldn't know who he is, but it was just like as fast as it went through. I don't know how you just do. Maybe it just looked fast to us. Maybe they sped the scene up. I don't know, but I just felt like, girl, how you see that man like that? Anywho, Kenya says the brunch was good, and maybe Roy can cook for all the ladies sometime. Has he cooked for you, girl? Because he brought you Kill Me Crazy. Last time we seen, he was all out. Oh, I was about to show that. I can't show that. Look, that was not the right. That is not Faith Over Everything merchandise. Okay, he was. Y'all know we had last time. He was all up in the camera. Like, girl, Sheree takes that. So when she was like, Roy can cook for us next time. Sheree took that as a cue and said, Drew, is y'all gonna pay the chef? That assistant.
Like, where did that come? That came out of left field for real. I was so confused. Like, huh?
Like, that was like, y'all gonna pay the chef that helped with the brunch? Because it's stuff on the internet that said that she didn't pay. It said that you didn't pay. What happened? Then she asked her what happened. What happened?
Girl, obviously you know everything. Continue.
You didn't already seen it on the internet, so why don't you tell me what happened? Like, girl. So then Drew said that the issue is being handled by her attorney and that there's a lawsuit. But essentially, she thinks the girl's in the media lying, and she's trying to make something out of nothing. And then it was like, how much is she suing you for? She said $1,000. That was a whole like.
You're like, girl, ain't y'all retainer for the lawyer more than that? Like,
but she did. Well, we'll get into that later. But it just seemed, I don't know, like, girl,
I
Okay.
don't know.
They didn't just, yeah, we're going to leave that table that. We'll come back to that later. They did discuss the trip that everyone, oh, they discussed that with this trip, everyone doesn't have to mend, but they need to have a mutual respect for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So then Sheree tells Courtney she's glad that she's coming because she really may need her to be her crisis manager. Kenya points out, well, I don't know, because, you know, that didn't really work out good between her and Candy. So, she may not be that good, whatever. So then Courtney was like kind of passive aggressively, like, well, of course you wouldn't think that, whatever. And then her and Kenya have a little back and forth. She did politely tell her to stop touching her. Like, you need to keep your hands to yourself, because we not there yet. And, you know,
That was so funny to me. I don't know why, but she was just like, "Can you? We're not there yet." I was like,
she was like, no, I understand. She was like, I know you're touchy feely, but please don't touch me. We're not there yet. Like, I feel like Kenya did good for it to be Kenya. I feel like she
for
was
her for it
really,
to be Kenya, because Kenya is
yes,
very petty. Like, she did that really
girl.
sweet.
She could
Probably
like,
because
you
I
keep
don't
your
know why
little
she did
raggedy hands
that.
up off of me. She could have just really like went there, but she was like, you know, I know that you're really
Maybe
touchy
she is trying to
feely.
like Courtney. Like, maybe she like, okay, I can handle Courtney or whatever like that, but
I
just
don't
don't
know.
touch me, girl.
Yeah, she was like,
Don't
you know,
touch me.
don't touch me. We're not there yet. She was like, I haven't touched you. Kenya was like, 3 times. Yes, it was. It was 3 times. So then Drew come in, Captain Save a cousin. She comes in and she was like, just listen, Courtney, chill out. Kenya's just setting her boundaries.
Hmm.
And I was like, that was, even though I just called her Captain Save a cousin, that was still really nice of Drew as well to
Hmm.
kind of be like, well, she is setting her boundaries. She's telling you she don't want you to do this. Respect it. Like,
Hmm. And move on. Have a mutual
exactly.
respect, like we just got done talking about.
Girl, anybody listening? So then I think Candy was kind of like, yeah, it's getting a little bit too whatever. Time for me to head out. It's
Girl,
been
she ate that
nice.
food. She said, "Thanks for brunch.
Candy
Love
probably like,
y'all."
look, Candy, she like, I'm too booked and busy for this. Like, yeah, I didn't already. I got concerts I'm on. I'm filming this show. I'm filming Escape. I'm tired. Okay, the food is gone, and y'all talking about don't touch. Okay, I got. Let me. She went grab tied up real fast.
Like, I was like, "Oh my god!"
The way she did it from the top, like something had
Like, you
happened, and
beat
she
me. Come on, let's go. Wrap this up. Wrap this up. Bye, y'all. Wrap this up.
just, and then that was it. Like that was the end of it. They showed Candy saying that, well, that's it, and production said, well, that's it. Let's cut the scene there. I mean, I don't know if they cut the scene, but as far as from on our television screens, the brunch was wrapped up, and
Hmm.
that's we traveling. We at the airport, so everybody's meeting
Did
at
you
the
see the
airport
shade that Drew tried to throw at Candy, or was I reading into it too much when
at
she
the
was like,
brunch
when she was like, I think this is my first time meeting your sister in person, and she was like, yeah, because she was at the
at the
she
video
was at the
shoot.
video shoot. I was
No,
like,
I think it was definitely shade because I think Candy RSVP'd and she just didn't show up.
hmm.
So
And
now
she still didn't even explain it to us. She just was like, oh, okay.
you say, listen, oh, nobody no explanations.
Oh,
Y'all
girl,
know
I'm
what
not
it
gonna get you a video.
is.
I'm in too many different videos. Like, this ain't
I
gonna get me
still
no
got
money.
y'all saw the board earlier in the year. I mean, episodes. I got so much stuff to do. I ain't got time to be showing up to your video. I wasn't in the video. You just want me to show up to the video shoot, girl. Hey, sister, it was so nice to meet you. And there's nothing against you, baby. Okay. Hey, sweetie. But yes, so now we at the airport. Katie not feeling well. She got food poisoning. Um,
Mm,
but they all travel. I think the flight was 8 hours, or at least it said 8 hours
8 hours
later.
later, yeah.
They land in Lisbon. On the Sprinter, they are happy that everyone made it. They give props to Candy for sticking it out. Because listen, that baby said, Sonya said, while on the plane, there was a moment where she thought they left Candy because she was not in her seat for 2 to 3 hours.
That's
Then they
crazy.
show Marlo talking to producers, and apparently Candy spent that time in the bathroom. And they were telling Marlo like, yeah, she was in the bathroom that whole time. And then Candy said that it was the worst bubble gut situation she ever had on the plane.
Mm.
And all I could, and she said it was coming from both ends. And all I could think of is that is, baby, they do need to give you props for showing up. Because let me tell
Do you
you,
know how small the airplane toilets are? Like, I'm so scared to go to the bathroom, and I will hold it the whole flight. We went to the Holy Land, and I did not get on that toilet. Like, I
you
was
didn't go
like,
to the toilet at all.
and not at all. I said, let me go to sleep. By the time I wake up, we should be back.
You gonna get a UTI.
I don't give a care. I was like, I'm not about to go to this bathroom. I ain't eat the food that they gave. No water, no food, no nothing. Let me go to sleep. And I woke up and I went to the bathroom when we got off that plane.
Well, we gonna work on her, y'all, because she got to. You need to release. Anywho, so yeah, because well, back to that. I would stay my butt at home. I don't like being sick at home, like in my bathroom. Yes, in my bathroom, especially like if you're like food poisoning sick. Have you ever had food poisoning?
If I have, I don't.
I had food poisoning many moons ago, from McDonald's, and I couldn't eat cheeseburgers for the longest. I would not eat cheeseburgers from McDonald's for a long. Let me tell you, it was horrible. So that's why I'm like, I think about how I felt when I had like food poisoning. Like she said, it's coming from both ends. Like if I'm on my toilet and I got a bag or a bucket or whatever to get the front, what was she using in the bathroom? Like, what did she? That baby, Candy, you really wanted to be there. You really wanted to be there because listen, couldn't have been me, my boy. Couldn't have been me. So then again, they're on their sprinter on the way to the hotel. Sheree explains that some of their relationships have been a little rocky, but this is a healing trip. Then I put random because Sheree was talking to her confessional. We probably mentioned this, but I don't like what she did to her face. Like in her confessional, Sheree, she had some work done. Like from if you look at her in the confessionals, she didn't have some work done. And Sheree, listen now, baby, you didn't have to do that. Like you're already a beautiful girl. You're a pretty lady. Like you didn't. I understand when you get older, you know, you want to do little fillers and stuff or what. I don't know the stuff. I don't know it. You don't need it. Like don't do that again. Stop or don't just stop doing it. Whatever it is, just don't do it.
Put it down.
Yes, don't do it. They get to the hotel. Marlo approves of Sheree's accommodations, and she was like, you know, Sheree know how to put everybody up. You know what I'm saying? Like they hadn't even got to their suite yet. She was like,
right. She said they is greeting me with champagne. Like this is what you're supposed to do.
Yes, and it was like champagne and then like a ginger shot. She was like, "Oh, Candy, yeah, you need to take that." She call her Candy Yams and that I said, "Girl, y'all not."
She said, I think she just said Candy, didn't she?
At some point, she called her Candy Yams.
Oh, she thought that was back cool. Girl, y'all not cool.
Do you not remember the first 7 episodes? Girl,
cool. I'm going to be mutual. I'm gonna give you the mutual respect and not even respond because I don't even think
we only on episode 10. Girl, you was just we 3 episodes in to not talking about me and you. Don't come over here. I'm not your Candy Yams. She might have even had called her Candy Yams, but I swear in one of these episodes she called her Candy Yams, and Candy was just kind of like, Candy been doing real good, okay?
Yeah, she been holding that tongue.
She has. Anyway, they got a little food situation set up before they go to their room. So some of the women check in with their spouses. Monyetta's talking to Heath. Drew tells him to check on Ralph because he's going to be in Vegas. And that he was invited to audition to be part of the Black Magic Mike show out there. So then the women were like, oh yeah, you know, or I think Monyetta was like, oh, you know, that's when we went, Candy took her there for her bachelorette party. And she was talking about how, you know, the men, how the show was a good show. And so she was like, yeah, he auditioned to be one of the dancers. And they was all like, what?
Huh?
Why? Like, why would you like? Would you? I mean, granted, I mean, I don't know. I ain't been to the Black Magic Mike show. I wouldn't want my husband fake Magic Mike in a movie, TV show. I don't know.
Magic Mike your tail right in this bedroom for me. Okay, that's all you need to Magic Mike up in there before
I give you some
you be
dollars.
gone. Okay, I'm
I
gonna do some magic on you. Okay, chop it all off if you think that you finna go in. Like,
try it if you want to.
okay.
I was like, interesting. So yeah, all the women were kind of taken aback by that, and then everybody goes to their rooms. Okay, food over. Everybody go to their room. Monietta goes to Drew's room, and Drew brings up how Sheree brought up the lawsuit stuff at the brunch, at the going away brunch, and that she felt like if Sheree was really concerned, then she could have called her. Somebody is in your room.
My child.
Y'all see these kids, they don't have no respect for what we do. Okay? They don't have no respect.
Oh my goodness.
Anywho, that's what I was saying. So yeah, so she was like, if Sheree was really concerned, she would have, asked her. Because I mean, they all, which I agree with Drew, because we all do this show. Like, we know not to trust the blogs, whatever. Like now, I mean, now I will say it's Drew. Like I'm saying, I agree with what Drew is saying. I don't agree with Drew because Drew is guilty of the same thing.
Exactly.
However, I'm just saying overall with the statement, I agree with the statement she made that
if they
I don't
were
know.
real friends, if they were real friends and not coworkers, I can see her feeling some type of way. However, because you guys are only coworkers and you just it wasn't this season, but the previous, was it this season? It wasn't this season.
But I feel like the previous season she wasn't, well, no, she did talk about her not paying people. Because I was gonna say with that one dude, the one dude though, she knew the one dude. But I think it was some stuff in the blogs too that she was like she didn't pay some people.
Sheree knows how to she is a bone collector for a reason, okay? So Sheree knew, okay, this is the perfect opportunity for me to talk about. You want to talk about me not paying people, and I was in a blog that you don't pay. Oh yeah, this is my go. Green light, go.
You're right, because Drew was always like, and Sheree don't pay, because Sheree don't pay people. She ain't got no money, blah 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 blah. So whatever. So yeah, it is kind of crazy for you to expect somebody to give you the respect that you don't give them, but we digress. We're not there yet. Next, we're talking to Candy. Candy and Kenya are having a powwow, and Kenya mentions having a court date soon for her divorce. Candy was like, "Girl, I'm tired of you and your 3-year divorce. Like,
I'm tired of it too. Like Kenya said, talking about something. I've been divorced longer than I've been married. Yes, like please stop talking about it. We don't care.
Why? So that's what I'm trying to say. Figure out like why y'all still going through this. Like what y'all trying to figure
y'all
out?
Y'all have that much together. Y'all just got
y'all wasn't married long enough to build anything like other than Brooklyn. And I don't even know if y'all was together when Brooklyn was born. Like what? What did y'all like? I don't know. So it's just like, Lord, like what? Y'all not splitting no assets. Y'all not splitting like, okay, well, we bought this together. We did this together. Like, what did y'all do that is taking this long? Whatever. Kenya says,
I was surprised that the baby wasn't on the trip with them.
She might be. Maybe we just ain't seen her. I don't know, because she did call the nanny.
Called her and she said, "We ahead of y'all." Or
I'm ahead of y'all. You right. Like she did. She had called that nanny lady, whatever. So her au pair. I don't know why they put au pair. I said, why y'all just ain't put nanny?
Or babysitter?
Listen, I only know the au pair. I only know au pair because I had watched the movie back when I was a kid and I had learned it then. But I forgot what the movie was called.
I was like, I don't know. It was
still said AU. What is?
I was like, who she trusting with her baby? Like, what the brat say? What they in line?
Say, is he waiting in line? What's going on? What is he doing? Bring back my baby. Like,
oh my god.
But anywho, let me see. Au pair, a young foreign person, typically a woman who helps with housework or childcare. Did she sound like she was foreign?
She did. So I had thought
So
something was
maybe
wrong
that's
with.
why.
Yeah, I thought something was wrong with where I was watching it at or whatever. I thought that my internet or something was going out, but she does have an accent, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, okay,
So maybe that's what makes her au pair.
yeah.
She's still a nanny. Anywho,
Hmm.
Marlo or Kenya lets it be known that I think Candy had asked, did she know about Roy and Marlo? And Kenya was like, yeah, she knew that Roy and Marlo had gone out before because he had told her. So then we go over to Sonya and Marlo because everybody they broken up into
I
groups
feel like Kenya kind of lying though, because if it was only a date and it was 3 years ago, why would Roy remember that?
because it's a TV show. Because I
I'm not
mean,
gonna remember that.
I listen.
And if you Kenya, if you with him so much that like you claim this your, that you dating, you're not bringing Marlo up around when she's
No,
you're not.
she might not bring him up, but I would. I mean, don't what you're not about to do. Okay, you're not about to sit up here and not do Marlo. Okay, Marlo been on the Housewives as a friend for a while now. People didn't know Marlo. Okay.
Do you don't watch this show?
So I mean, because clearly he was following her because she put up a post. He replied to her
Mm-hmm.
DM. So he very well knows who Marlo is.
Yeah,
Pretty
she
sure
said
he
in
knows.
2018 though. We're in the
But that ain't got
2020s.
nothing to do. So in 2018, she was still affiliated with Real Housewives of Atlanta. And who was on that Housewives of Atlanta in 2018?
He ain't said nothing to that girl.
Kenya
Watch.
Moore. Care, care. Kenya
If
Moore.
Roy
Where?
ever cook dinner for them or do whatever, she gonna be like, "Hey Roy," he gonna be like, "Hello, how are you?"
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't think so. I don't think so.
And she
Listen,
gonna be like, "Roy, you don't remember
Marlo,
me?" And
Marlo, I'm
he
not
gonna be
gonna let her do
like,
that.
I do." And then
Marlo,
he
you be
gonna
getting
look
on my
at
nerves.
Kenya.
You be getting on my nerves, Marlo, but I'm not gonna let her do that to you. Okay, Marlo, you are Atlanta wide. Okay, use Atlanta wide, and this is Atlanta.
I'm not coming for Marlo. I'm coming for Kenya. I'm just saying that Kenya
Exactly. So that's what I'm
lying.
saying. I'm saying Roy. You're saying why would he tell Kenya anything? Because Marlo is Atlanta wide, and he know that Marlo was on the show with
That's
Kenya.
why I just got what you said. Lord Jesus, you play too much.
Marlo, Marlo is Atlanta wide, and he know that Kenya is on Atlanta as well. So what we not about to do is get on here. You ain't about to make a mockery out of me like y'all did Martell. Okay. Listen, so I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I DM one of your coworkers. I did. We went on one date. Okay, he did that. I believe Roy told her.
Okay, girl. Now,
I do.
y'all, listen. What episode this is? 10.
Episode
Now,
10.
when they go to episode 15, and he cooked for them.
Y'all comment below and tell me whose side y'all on. Okay, do y'all believe Kenya? Y'all think Kenya didn't know, or y'all think Roy told her? Y'all let us know. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. Okay, we wasn't there.
We wasn't there, and we really
We
don't
don't
care.
know.
I just trying to be messy.
I was just trying. I mean, listen, Marlo, she be out here in them Atlanta streets. But anywho, but yeah, so then we go to. I was saying that they was breaking them down. Like y'all really, I wonder if they paired them up like that. Like, did y'all say who y'all wanted who to be with who? Like, you think they got assigned rooms? Like, okay, Candy go to Kenya,
Right, and team.
Monietta go to Drew. Because I was trying to figure out, like, I don't know if I've ever seen Monietta and Drew. Like,
Right. I was like, when did y'all become so cool? Like, I just didn't understand. If anything, Monietta, I thought she would go to Candy Room because that's
it could have been
your
Candy,
friend.
Monietta, and
Kenya.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. But I mean, who's gonna talk to Drew then?
Nobody.
Exactly. So that's why. Well, we figured it out. Just by process of elimination, that's how Monietta ended up in the room with
Like,
Drew.
okay, I guess I'll go talk to her. Hey, girl, how
Y'all
you
ain't had no problems. So yeah, y'all ain't had
doing?
no issues. Y'all ain't got no beef, whatever. So
Exactly.
go
True.
talk to Drew. So now we have Sonya and Marlo. And Sonya is asking how come Kenya didn't make a big deal of Roy being in Marlo's DMs like she did when Martell was in hers. And
She got a point.
I was just like,
A valid point.
but we'll get back to that because that comes up again later. So then Marlo said Roy was corny and that he is perfect for Kenya. And then she points out that after being on the show for about 10 years, we have only seen her with one man, who is Scott Lee. and Kenya with a bunch in response because they had showed the scene where Kenya, well, back at the brunch, Kenya, when they was talking about Kenya, Marlo and Roy dating, Kenya made a comment about how dating Marlo told him or taught him what not to date. So Marlo like, but y'all only seen me with one man out of these last 10 years. And how many men we didn't see her with? So who's not dateable? Like who?
True. She
I
got a
was like,
point.
oh, well, I mean, and she paid for her whole man the first season. Wasn't that man? Didn't they say that she paid for him?
Yeah.
At some point, did she not? Didn't
He
she
said it
admit it
at
or
the
something at
reunion.
some
I
point?
don't think she ever admitted to it, but he had said it. I think he came in there and
Walter,
said
was
it.
that his
Walter.
name?
I think it was Walter, the light skinned one, right?
Y'all see, we be watching these shows. I be having to try to figure out because I be thinking about Giselle too, and I know her man, so I be trying not to get them. I think his name was Walter.
Right, because what was the Sherman? That's Giselle Sherman. Because I was like, what was the
Well,
one?
Sherman, he was chocolate.
He was
That was,
chocolate, yeah. But
but
I was
she had
trying
a
to
light
figure out
skin.
the one that could have had a chance,
She
or
had
at
light
least a
skin.
kid
Oh, that
like.
could have had a chance. Sherman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anywho, y'all, we at dinner now. And the women are all dressed up for dinner. They head to a restaurant with authentic Portuguese food. Um, they ask the waiter for a shot. Well, before they get there, I think this is when I didn't write it down, but Marlo was talking about eating sardines and how happy she was. She was gonna go there and eat these sardines because she grew up eating sardines. And then they got there and he was showing them the little fish and all the food. And then it was some fish start with a C. I don't know what it's called. And she was like, "Oh, sardines!" And he was like, "That's
No.
close, but not." And I was just like, "Why they had to? What was the purpose of that? Why y'all put that in there?"
But why she lying? And don't nobody be all excited about. You said that when y'all was poor that y'all had these. Girl, you don't want to see another sardine in your life. Like,
You know
stop
what's so
it.
funny? Do you still eat bologna?
Yes.
So I had made some bologna for my kids
I
the other
meant to
day, y'all.
respond to you about that. Like, yes, my
Yes.
kids do it, and yes, I do like the red string. I used to be told, but
My kids ate some bologna the other day, and I had told my husband, and he was like, I said, you don't like bologna? And he was like, I will never eat a bologna sandwich ever again in my life.
see, because
So
why?
when you
He
said
grew
that,
up on it.
that's what reminded me. Like, you have a point because he said he ate bologna so much as a kid that he will never eat it again growing up. And remind me to ask our father in love what kind of meat is lunch meat because he said he won't eat bologna, but he'll eat lunch meat. I said,
So
so
lunch meat
turkey?
is the turkey and ham, right?
I don't know. I said turkey. He said, I don't know what it is. Daddy just called it lunch meat, and it was good.
It's probably the turkey and the ham because that's what Aaron
That's
will
what I'm
call it,
thinking.
lunch meat.
Okay, so maybe, but I don't think I'm gonna ask my father-in-law, like, what would
The
you make your
bologna and
kids?
salami, they not lunch meat.
Oh no, he said he'll eat salami. He said because they didn't eat salami like that because
I never ate salami.
salami was more upscale in their household, and that was
Girl, we
for the
had got the
parent.
variety pack, and every time it got to salami, I'd be like,
Nope.
I don't want it, and I would not eat it.
But yeah, y'all, we got sidetracked because of the whole sardines thing. But yeah, maybe she didn't eat it a lot. Maybe she just ate
No,
it as a
she
kid.
she ate it a lot.
Oh, all right. Well, anywho,
I ain't coming for
yeah,
you, Marlo. Like, I mean,
I
these
can't
episodes,
tell.
the last couple of episodes, you've
I
been
can't
cracking me up. So I ain't coming for you, but it's just certain things I'm just like, girl, you lying.
tell. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? All right, then they go to the table. I was mad at them because they asked the waiter for a shot of tequila, and you could tell he was struggling. He didn't know what they was talking about. They was like, "Yeah, can we get a shot of tequila?" He was like, "They're like, whatever the different brands is. I don't even know because I drink, but I don't know the names of alcohol like that no more. Respado or I don't know. I don't know what it was. Anyway, she was like, yeah, the I don't know if they did that. They probably should have just been like a shot, whatever.
Right, like
The man was confused, so he leave. Okay, cool. He bring them back cocktails of tequila, like cups, y'all. A cup. It was, and it straw,
it was like,
everything. Like
oh, this a shot? Like
whoever said that, I was like, who? Now you know good dang well that ain't no shot. That man, it took y'all how long to try to get the man to understand what y'all was saying? He didn't know
Right.
what
He
y'all
just
talking
said, I'm
about.
gonna give y'all what I want to get y'all.
He said, get them some tequila. They was like, ooh, it's a lot of sugar in here. Or they said maybe it's a lot. Maybe they put a lot of sugar in here. I don't know what they did, but the babies was good sports about it. Because I would have been like, nah. No, this is not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I guess you just probably got to drink it at that point because it was 7 of them. How many of them? That's too many to be taking all these drinks back. So they got it. I mean, they got money. They be all right. Sheree tells the ladies that the trip is for them to put everything on this trip is for them to put everything on. I was confused because I'm like, girl, I thought it was first you said it wasn't gonna be, it was a trip for healing. And we ain't gotta mend, but we have to respect. Then we get to this trip and you like, oh, let's put everything on the table, any issue that you have. Girl, you already said we're not mending nothing. Like, why we gotta talk about this stuff? Why is we having these conversations? So of course Courtney says, well, since we are talking about things, did you catch that she slipped and was like Candy first? Like she was like, since we're talking about things, Kenya? And I was
I
like,
did not notice
or
that.
she was like Candy Kenya or whatever. And it was like, because I had to rewind it. Like maybe I'm tripping. Maybe she said Kenya, but it definitely was Kenya. And I was like,
Mm.
girl, you want to be on this show so bad. I don't know why you want to come for Candy Yams. I don't know why you want to come for her. Okay. But she caught herself. She caught herself. She was like, I just want to bring up because I didn't know that we had a problem. Then she was like, Sheree let me know that, or she states that Sheree let her know that Kenya feels like Courtney violated her space. And you haven't gotten to know her, or she hasn't gotten to know her. Like the times that she's tried, she felt like Courtney's been closed off and she hasn't been open or receptive to Kenya. Look, I'm doing it too. Sorry, Candy. She hasn't been receptive to her. Courtney says she feels like Kenya gives her mean girl energy. And then Kenya states, well, Drew explained it well, that it's not mean girl energy. It's just me setting my boundaries. Drew was like, yes. Drew was doing good as a mediator because she was like, yes, it's all about learning people. Like, we have to learn each other mannerisms because, I've learned that Candy's faces are just her faces. And I was like, oh, that wasn't even shade. I was very much like, girl, yes, that's how I be with Jasmine. You be having to know, like, they faces is just they faces. Okay.
Child, because I was like, I know that people say that. Well, it was a lot of people that be like, "Girl, you be acting like Candy," and I was like, "No, I don't like." But like the stuff that she was, I was like, "Yes, I do."
Yes, the facial expressions,
Mhm.
you might not say nothing, but you know exactly what you think because it be on your face. You be like,
Written
girl,
all over my face.
you don't have to say a word. Yes, nothing. Okay. She was like, girl, it's all about learning people. Okay. You just gotta learn her. All right.
Mhm.
Drew addresses Sheree about the lawsuit on the
Mhm.
blog and talking about it outside of her presence because apparently Courtney told Ralph like that Sheree had asked her about it or spoke to her about it. So even though Courtney's supposed to be Sheree's friend, and she just found out Ralph was her cousin 2 seconds ago,
Mhm.
she had to go tell her cousin what her friend
Like,
said.
girl, you can talk to his wife. You got her number. You ain't. Don't call Ralph.
Y'all ain't even real cousins. Like,
Y'all really not. Y'all really not.
I just don't understand it. Like, I have never met. True story. There's a cousin I have down here in this place I live at. He's an older guy. My mama, when she came to visit, I met the man for the first time. Do you think I was like, oh, cousin? I ain't talked to that man since. We friends on Facebook. No shade against him. I just don't know him. Like, I'm not gonna just meet you and be like, oh, cousin, this is my cousin. I got to tell him. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. Girl, anywho.
None at all.
So you didn't went and told you didn't went and told Ralph. So then Ralph go tell Drew that Sheree talking about whatever. Drew tells Sheree if she was a real friend, she would have picked up the phone and talked to her about it.
Gotta
Sheree
be no
said,
cue.
"Girl," Sheree
Sharente
said, "Girl,
said
we becoming friends.
exactly.
We are becoming. We ain't there yet." Well, she didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. In the words of Kenya, we ain't there yet. Okay, we not.
That's exactly what she should have said.
Girl.
Woo!
Mm-mm. Sheree feels like, where was this interview or where was this energy when you was doing interviews after the reunion and you was talking about me confiscating stuff, or whatever? Like, where you did what you did, like you doing interviews about me, whatever. You could have, which in her defense, I feel like it's true. She could have came and asked Sheree, like, "Hey, Sheree, why they take all our stuff?" But you told the
Mhm.
interviews and the blogs before you told Sheree
Yep, that's
anything.
true.
So then Drew said, "Well, we already talked about this." In Drew's defense, they did. They did have that
They
powwow
did.
already. She's like, "So let's talk about the current issue and not the past." Sheree said, "This is current." Said Sheree, "Sit down." Candy chimes in and she was like, "Well, some of the stuff was taken back after the reunion." Sheree said, "That ain't nothing to do with me. I ain't do that. That ain't nothing to do with me." Candy said, "So you think we making this up?" And so Sheree said, "Yes, I do." I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "How did we get here? What is your?" So then Kenya chimes in and she's like, "Yeah, we were all told that there was stuff that we could only keep the hats." And so Drew was like, or yeah, she said we were told that we could only keep the hats. Drew was like, "Yeah, I ain't getting no She by Sheree gifts." I was like, "Girl." So then they go to the montage. Oh no! Well, Sheree said, "Well, that's on you, because she didn't get no She by Sheree gifts because Marlo got like 15 shirts."
Cause
Uh,
Marlo probably took all that stuff. Like he probably was like, "Oh, y'all don't want it? Okay, here you go. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take that. Yes." On her confessions. I don't know why. I don't know why they ain't got no She by Sheree. I was
But
like,
Marlo
"What
was
is
like,
you?"
at the table, she was like, "Yeah, I did." Then they do the little montage of the women saying that they were all told to give the stuff back. Like Sonya said, she didn't get nothing. Marlo said she got five to piece. She got 4 to 5 pieces. She got a sweatshirt. She got a hat, and she loved her She by Sheree
She
gifts.
got all they stuff.
But low key, remember when who came to see Sheree? I mean, Marlo in her room. Sonya. When Sonya came to see Marlo in her room, she had brought that little rack in because Marlo had ordered that what is it? The bag rack or laundry rack, whatever that you could push around the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same type of rack that they had pulled out for the She by Sheree stuff. So all I'm saying is Marlo know her way around a rack. Okay, that baby. That's why she got her stuff because she was like, "This
Shoot,
don't
her
mean."
glam squad probably thought
Thought
that
it
that
was
was her.
hers. All right,
They got to
let's
rolling
get
into
the
her room. Like, yeah, you can. She's like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and take this off the table.
exactly. That's why Marlo got everything, and Sheree just had to let it go. Like, what happened to all my stuff that was on the rack? What rack? Ain't no
No,
rack.
she thought that all of them got something because she
That's
kept
what I'm
when they
saying.
dropped
That's
her
why she's like, "What
present.
happened to it all?" They're like, "Oh, it's all gone." So now when they all talking about something, you ain't. Because then Marlo called her like, "Girl, I got like 15 things," and she's like, "Really? That's so wonderful." Now you hear everybody say they ain't got nothing. She's like, "Wait a minute." But look
But see,
again.
that's the thing. Like, okay, you got 15 things, so but did you buy something off my website though? Since you got all this stuff free, you don't need to
Listen.
buy nothing else. Like, what else is left?
Back to Sheree's defense. She said, "They ain't nothing to do with me. Listen, if y'all ain't get nothing, they ain't got nothing. I
You talk to
provided.
Marlo because Marlo got y'all stuff. That's what it is.
I provided the stuff. I don't know why y'all didn't get it. Okay. Marlo clearly got 15 things. Okay. I don't know why the rest of y'all who
But
told y'all to get the stuff
ain't
back?
that be weird though? Was Marlo even on the show though?
Yeah,
Like,
last
was
season
she
was her
still a
first
guest?
season. It was
Oh,
her
that was
first
her first.
season as a
Okay, yeah,
peach.
you're right. Because she got kept
Mm-hmm.
getting it with Kenya. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that would be a point of thinking like, oh, if only one of the females got everything, but nobody else got anything, yeah,
I would have brought that up at the table. Once she said Marlo got like 15 things, I would have been like, So then, Marlo, did you take our stuff? Like, as
Exactly.
a
That's exactly
joke,
what
you
it
know
is
what I mean?
like.
Like, well, maybe Marlo took all our, or maybe Marlo got all our stuff
Mm-hmm.
because, you know,
I mean,
make it
Marlo
make
not gonna
sense.
give it back, y'all. So y'all just gonna have to
I
go to
mean,
the
you don't
website and
need
buy
it
some
back. They
stuff.
don't.
But
Do y'all really care? I mean, y'all really don't care. Y'all just bring
they
it
just
up.
want to state the facts that they did try to get something, but it got confiscated.
Exactly. And so then Drew mentions again that they already discussed the reunion stuff and they're supposed to be moving forward. She was like, "Now I'm addressing what you said about this, or I'm addressing the lawsuit. What's going on with the lawsuit, and you talking about what you saw on the blogs." Sheree said, "It doesn't feel good, does it? Whatever."
Mm.
So then Drew was confused because for Sheree to be hosting this healing trip and you can't seem to let go of stuff yourself,
Right. You
why are
still
you
need
the
to heal.
host? Why are
Mm-hmm.
you trying to mend anything? You already said it wasn't about mending, because clearly I feel like that should have been the staple. For you to say off top, this is not about mending, that means you don't want to mend, or you not ready to heal, or you not ready to do whatever. So, ma'am, this is a holistic healing trip. You trying to heal those fibroids. That's what you're trying to heal. You ain't trying to heal no relationships. You need to be more honest with what's going on this trip, okay? You trying to holistically heal these fibroids. You don't care nothing about these females in these relationships. Like, mm-mm. So the Kenya was like, well, you know what? I look as Drew. Drew, you're the little sister. Sheree, you're the big sister. And that's just how I look at it. Drew, you have a respect for Sheree. And Drew was like, yeah, she does have a respect. They all agree, all the women. They start to talk. And then Drew just say that she wants Sheree to acknowledge that what she did was wrong. And talking about her. Sheree still hung up on the She by Sheree stuff. So they don't get anywhere, and it's decided that they'll just put a pin in it and address it at a later time. So Kenya is telling Sheree that she need to do better as a host. She was like, "Girl, you need to do better. Like you." And so while what's her name? Sheree says that she's a work in progress, and then we see Drew start to cry, and she gets it from the table, and she leaves crying. And that is the end of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So comment below what y'all thought of this episode. We ain't finna do no long outro, because guess what? We about to hop right into the next episode, because what had happened was, y'all, let me tell y'all what had happened though. Why we was late on this one. Somebody went on a trip. Okay.
And did.
I didn't say who it was, but
I ain't
guilty.
either. I
Oh.
just said and did.
Somebody went on a trip, a much deserved trip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, girl, what we not gonna do is while you on vacation, or while this person is on vacation. Okay, it was Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine on a trip. Okay, listen. And I was like, you ain't gotta worry about this. We gonna do this when you come back. They'll just get two episodes in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do, because she needed a vacation. Her man. Okay, they need to be alone. Okay, sometimes we need that, and we appreciate y'all for giving that to us. Okay, we appreciate you guys for watching this episode, and we appreciate you guys for jumping into the next one. So we'll holla at y'all. Oh, and it's a day late
Oh.
because work
Oh,
and school
you
and
can put
stuff.
it today. No
Oh, after
edit.
we get done. I
Yeah,
mean,
no
it's
edit.
late. No matter what, it's late coming out, because
It's
work and school and stuff.
Angie is
And
holding it down.
we be trying. Jasmine got 2 jobs. Okay, she got a job, and then she got a self employment and stuff. And we got other stuff going on, y'all. We still be giving it to y'all on the regular, but sometimes we mess up. This is one of them weeks.
So forgive us.
Forgive us. All right.
We appreciate y'all though. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Look, this wig is not doing what it needs to be doing, but it's
Oh,
going.
it's cute though, girl. It's cute.
Thank you. All right, y'all. We're gonna be back. Bye.